Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play XCOM Terror from the Deep. In the last episode we have met Tricene, which is a very big creature with a very strong armor, except for the under armor, which we will exploit in just a little while. And it's quite invulnerable to missile fire, so if we make it to fire at itself, let's say, you can see that it didn't lose any health points at all. We can even try it with the sonic displacer, for example, shoot it from the back, and as you can see, it also didn't lose any health at all. But if Kriegel over here throws his primed grenade, let's go down with the displacer, actually. Okay. If Kriegel throws his grenade, then this creature will most probably die. Let's have a look. Yeah, so there you see it. So we can't see it that well because of all the smoke and bubbles from the explosion, but basically a Tricene turns into a pile of bones, which is quite funny. Just wanted to show you that, and now we can abort the mission, I guess. Let's go away from this terror mission. We don't need it to finish the game anymore. Even the negative score doesn't matter, because we won't have any other monthly rating anymore. Come on. Okay, inside Kriegel, and everybody just abort. Okay, 3 aliens killed. We get a lot of negative points, but our score is probably, yeah, it's a little bit in the negative aspect, but it doesn't really matter. So, as I promised, we'll go through the entire UFOpedia now and go through all these entries, and for those which I have not shown you yet, which I did in the last 5 episodes or so, we'll read the description as well. So those ones which we have seen already, I will just go very quickly through, not read anything, just give you a chance to have a look at the picture. So we have the Triton, the Hammerhead, the Leviathan, Barracuda, Manta, and the missiles, of course, which they use as weapons on board. We haven't used the gas cannon at all because it has a very, very short range, and yeah, basically it's useless, in my opinion at least. We also haven't used the PWT cannon because we researched it just very recently. So the pulse wave torpedo utilizes a superheated fuel system and an extremely dense warhead which can punch through most alloys. It has a really good range, really big reload time, but it doesn't really matter because it can really kick a punch, so it's quite useful if you can get it earlier somehow. I don't use it that much. We also have the Gauss cannon, which we haven't seen in action also because we switched to the sonic oscillator, which is superior in every single way to the Gauss cannon. But Gauss cannon is useful actually if you want to make a manufacturing base, because this is the most profitable weapon to be manufactured and sold. You can do some really serious money with that. The Gauss weapon is a newly developed XCOM technology. This system's particle accelerator is powered by a compact liquid nitrogen-cooled fusion reactor. Very nice. Then we have the sonic oscillator, the coelacanth with gas cannon, which we have seen, the coelacanth with the aquajet missiles, which we also seen, and after the discovery of the Gauss cannon, you can also build a coelacanth with the Gauss cannon, of course. Gauss technology provides a powerful weapon system for the SWSs, offering heavy firepower compared with the earlier models, and uses proprietary XCOM technology. We haven't seen this one in action, but I have manufactured one and will take it to the final mission. Then we have the sonic displacer, which we have seen already, the PWT displacer, which I think we have seen already also in this Terra mission, but we haven't used it yet, I think, so we'll do that in the last mission, hopefully. This submersible weapon systems features pulse wave weapons for aquatic use. You must manufacture PWTSs to keep them fully armed. To fire, select a number of waypoints, then click on the launch icon. So they use 8 PWT torpedoes. Yeah, or PW torpedoes, which you need to manufacture before you actually can use this. The same applies to the coelacanth gauze, which uses the gauze cannon ammunition, I believe, which you also need to manufacture at least 50 of them. Otherwise you can't equip. Okay, then we have the armor. First the plastic aqua armor, which is not useless, but the iron armor is much better than the plastic armor. And then we also have the flying or floating armor called magnetic iron armor. Okay, then we have a lot of weapons which you have from the start of the game. I think I haven't read the description for this, but I won't bother. You can pause the video and read it for yourself if you wish. I will just quickly scroll through all the weapons. So the dart gun, including the dart clip, which is probably not described here, is useless. A jet harpoon is useless as well, but maybe in the first 2 missions you can use it in combination with the gas cannon, which is much more useful than the jet harpoon, and has 3 types of ammunition: armor piercing, explosive, and phosphorus, which is basically incendiary. Good, then we have the hydrojet cannon, which is a smaller version of the gas cannon and only works underwater, so I'm not using those at all. It also has 3 types of ammunition. Torpedo launcher is also quite useful. At the beginning, if you have some heavy soldiers, you can use that to your advantage. It has a really huge blast radius, and it also has large, small, large, and phosphorus missiles. Okay, then we have the gauze pistol, which we have researched and it used quite effectively in the beginning. We have the gauze rifle, which we haven't used, but it's just a bigger pistol, and the heavy gauze, which we also haven't used. By the way, I probably wanted to read the description as well. A step beyond the gauze pistol, the rifle packs a real punch. With its twin particle accelerators replacing the Illyrium-powered plasma system, we have utilized a microparticle accelerator that generates a stream of antiprotons. I think I have read that already. Not sure, but I somehow remember it. Yeah, we have definitely read that as well. Sorry for that. Then we have the standard issue grenade, which I have not used at all because... and we have also not used the dye grenade. The dye grenade just creates a cloud of... what actually? It's basically a octopus-like ink spray in water, whatever that means. Okay, but we haven't used the normal grenade because we were using the Magnapack explosives, which have a much better damage and blast radius. You can also use particle disturbance grenades, which work exactly the same as the proximity grenades worked in the previous installment of this game, but I'm not using those as much either. Okay, then we have the particle disturbance sensor, which we haven't used, I think. Yeah, so that's a mistake. I will show you how it works in the last mission. Hopefully, I won't forget. We have used the medkit. Then we have been using MC Disruptor a lot in the later game. We have used thermal taser as well. quite often. Okay, chemical flares we have also used. And at the end of the game we have also used the 3 armor-piercing melee weapons. The first one is the Vibroblade, then the Thermic Lance and the Heavy Thermic Lance. Okay. Then we have Sonic Cannon, Sonic Rifle and Sonic Pistol, which we have from the aliens. Disruptor Pulse Launcher as well. Thermal Shock Launcher. Sonic Pulsar, excellent grenade. We have learned about a new element, or maybe an alloy. Yeah, it's an alloy called Zerbite. We haven't used MC Reader that much, but I think I've used it once or twice maybe. Not so useful, but okay, I guess you need it in order to get to the MC Disruptor. Then we have the structures. We start with airlock and living quarters, laboratory, workshop, standard sonar and the wide array sonar. We start with the torpedo defenses as well, but I have never ever built any of those because at the beginning of the game, where you actually have those available, aliens are not attacking your bases yet, and at the end I think they wouldn't have enough firepower. Let's actually check the numbers. So the hit ratio is 50%. Not cool, but also not so bad. This one is probably more important. The defense value is 500. So for the... we know also what the general stores are used for. Alien containment. Ghost defenses are a little bit better. Okay, 660%. I have also not built those. And Sonic defense is 970%. So Sonic defenses are sort of twice as effective as the torpedo defenses. So I guess if you build a lot of torpedo defenses, like double the amount of the Sonic defenses, they could provide enough firepower. But I will leave that to your imagination and experimentation. Then the PWT defenses are even better than the Sonic defenses. I have built one in Miami and Venice. Not sure if you have seen them in action, but probably yes. So I think we haven't read about the Ghost defenses. The Ghost defense provides the latest and most effective protection against attacks by hostile submarines. Well, that's not true in the late game, because the most effective is this one. The pulse wave torpedoes provide the most effective defense against alien attacks. These missiles have super dense warheads, which can penetrate all known armor. The magnetic waves they produce disable electronic defenses. Okay, quite useful. Then we have a bombardment shield, which we have also seen in action. By the way, these don't stack, so you can't, well, you can build 2, but only one of them will be active. Then we have the MC generator, which is much better than the defenses, because the aliens will just not find your base. Easy as that. MC lab, quite useful. Transmission resolver, an essential part. Subpen, and then we have the alien races. So we have seen the Aquatoids, we have seen the Gillman, we have seen the Lobsterman, we have seen the Tassoff. We have seen the Calcinites, I think, as well. Deep ones too. Biodrones. And we haven't read about the Tentaculate. I haven't captured any live Tentaculates, but I have captured some Aquatoid medics. And if you interrogate medics, they will tell you everything about the unknown alien races, which you haven't discovered yet. So, and that goes for the corpses as well as for the live specimen. So not even the depths of a Lovecraftian nightmare could spawn such as this indescribable creature. No comparison to any earth animal exists. The environment that could produce such as this is beyond imagination. Armed with long tentacles, the tentaculate paralyzes its victims, then transmutes them into mindless things. These progeny can cause death on touch even through the armor. The Tentaculate is the most fearsome alien yet encountered by XCOM. That is true, you don't want to deal with these guys. We have read about the autopsy, so I won't do that anymore. Now, this guy we have seen in the previous episode and also in this episode. It's called Tricene, and you can meet it only on, late game on mixed crew missions and only on land. So it's quite rare. If you wish to see it, you will have to, make some effort to do that. Okay. This bipedal reptile is a throwback to the age of the dinosaurs. It seems to be a Cretaceous creature in every sense, save its ability to survive in water and on land. These creatures are slung with weapon pods and have a jaw lined with huge metallic teeth. Often these monsters have been at the core of the alien attack forces as the aliens launch assaults upon the land. A heavyweight and potent weapon, the Lobsterman commanders deploy them with lethal efficiency. They don't come with Lobstermen, they come with Tassoff, by the way, but I guess the Lobsterman commanders could be leading the Tassoff armies as well. Who knows? Then the Tricene autopsy. Once subjected to the scientist's knife, the Tricene reveals that it is an ancient creature supplemented with cybernetic implants and weapon systems. Its tiny brain is supplemented by a small computer module mounted in the control harness all the creatures wear. A tough natural skin, a predatory instinct enhanced by additional weapons, makes this a lethal opponent in all environments. Okay. I don't know how could they reveal all this if all that remained from him, as we have seen, was just a pile of bones. But let's not question the game design. And advance to Hallucinoid, which we also haven't seen. We have seen it, but we haven't researched it because we haven't captured one alive. Having harvested the oceans, the aliens have bred these huge earth creatures as a weapon. Do not be lulled into a false sense of security when facing these harmless-looking sailors of the deeps. Possessed of a formidable ranged freezing blast and a close combat icy strikes, the Hallucinoid is a deadly foe. I don't think they have any ranged attack, so the description is probably older than the game's code is actually. Let's go forward because we don't have that much time left, and the last alien species we haven't read about yet is the Zarquid, the live specimen. Another modified Earth invertebrate, the Zarquid is a creature of great beauty and danger. The swift-swimming gargantuan hides a devastating arsenal of weapons, a smothering ink spray, and an ionized particle blast. Since our first encounters with this powerful creature, we have been wary of its power and its controllers, the vengeful Grillman. Excellent. Okay, the autopsy. And then we have a lot of... how is it called over here? It's called alien technology, actually. Okay, so we have read about the origins, about the ultimate threat, and about the alien city. And we have read about a few mission types, I guess, but not all of them. So I think the alien probe mission is new. The alien probe mission is used for correlating data about the seabed, the resources, shipping and aeroplane flight paths of an area. The alien subs involved in these missions are not a major threat in themselves, but they indicate signs of activity that may flare at any time. Basically, probes. Then the alien interdiction. The aliens have a policy of policing areas where they are interested in, sending out craft with an express purpose of securing an area before more intensive missions are begun. They will land at specific sites they intend to raid later to lock down the areas and prepare the way for the next level of activity. I think we have seen the heavy cruiser on alien interdiction mission in some of the previous episodes. The resource raid then, I will read about it. The sinking of ships and the downing of aircraft are key elements of the alien strategy. The acquisition of materials is one of the prime alien activities and as such is allied to these overtly aggressive acts. The aliens also raid areas of geothermal activity, mining sites and sites of antiquity for minerals and refined metals and other human-produced items. I remember reading this, sorry for that. Alien infiltration. This can result in official contact between aliens and corporations, or governments at the highest level. The climax of this activity is characterized by intense alien subactivity in the waters of the organizations concerned. The aliens will attempt to sign an agreement with the government or organization by offering knowledge of their superior technologies. This alien activity represents a major threat to XCOM. If a corporation or government cooperates with the invaders, then its funding ceases. I think we have read that as well, but it's good to know at the late game that this is the most dangerous type of the mission, and you should shoot down all the scouts. You can't stop the alien infiltration mission, at least on this difficulty level, but you can postpone it significantly. The alien colony expansion. Aliens will construct secret undersea colonies in remote locations. After some initial reconnaissance flights, some intense alien activity will occur as the colony is being built. These colonies are known to contain labs, cloning centers, surgical facilities for human and alien experimentation. The presence of alien colonies will generate more alien activity without the presence of alien subs. In order to locate a colony, an XCOM sub must patrol on area for a few hours to stand some chance of successful detection. So the chance is 100% if you patrol, let's say, 2 hours. Alien surface attacks. When the aliens need humans, they terrorize a port, attack an island or raid a ship. Civilians will be directly threatened to fulfill the preserved breeding needs of the aliens and their hideous experiments. Yuck. Floating base attack, which has been happening way too many times in the last... well, you haven't seen that, I cut that out. If XCOM intercept subs are being particularly successful in sinking alien craft, then the aliens may take some aggressive retaliatory action. This could result in a direct attack against an XCOM facility. However, the aliens have to find an XCOM base in order to attack it, and provided alien subs are kept away, then there should be little danger of an assault. So shoot down the scouts and build the MC generator, then you should be fine and should never have to build any defenses. Okay, I think the last one is the colony supply mission. Once an alien colony is constructed, then it is resupplied on a regular basis by a special supply ship. If one of these vessels is detected while touching down, then it is certain that an alien colony is nearby. Okay, then we have some, how do you call them? New submersible technologies. So the ion beam accelerators, which you can't manufacture, so you need to get them from the alien ships, and they're quite expensive, so a good source of money as well. We have the magnetic navigation, alien subconstruction, alien cryogenics, alien cloning, alien learning arrays, implanter, aquaplastics, and that's it. I told you that there is an examination room a couple of episodes ago, but that is not true. Examination room is only present in the XCOM UFO defense game, so sorry for that, that was a mistake. There's no such thing as an examination room in this second installment of the game. Okay, and oh, I forgot that if you research the medics, you can learn more about the alien races. If you research the, what are they, squad leaders, you will learn all about these alien missions. And if you research the technicians, they will tell you more about the construction of the alien craft. Starting with the survey ship, This tiny submarine is used for reconnaissance and survey missions. It normally precedes larger vessels at the start of an alien task force. So no weapon power or range, very little damage capacity. With, I think, anything better than a cannon, it usually is destroyed. Then the better one is an escort. A medium-sized escort vessel that is of little threat on its own. This craft precedes the arrival of larger vessels and increased activities. By the way, in the unpatched game, the escort and the survey ship are interchanged. In my Let's Play I have applied a small patch which changes the floor plans of these two, so that you can see the correct one. Basically, this one should not have any doors inside, and this one has two smaller rooms with doors as well. Then we have the cruiser. The cruiser is a general-purpose craft, the mainstay of the alien fleet. It is used in all types of alien missions and is a dangerous adversary. Well, if you have sonic weapons, a sonic oscillator, it's not dangerous anymore because we can outrange it. So the escort and cruiser are the small UFO types. Then we have the medium ones, which is the heavy cruiser and the hunter. So the heavy cruiser is a more powerful ship than the cruiser. Larger weapons and propulsion systems boost its power. The heavy cruiser is used for resource missions to collect large quantities of minerals and equipment. No threat at all if you have the sonic oscillator. By the way, the medium subs always land, so the heavy cruiser and the hunter, if you see them and you need an intact UFO, you can just wait for them to land. By the way, also, I'm not sure, but in my experience, if the UFO is about to land, or landing is in its plan, then it will land twice. So if you don't make it with the Triton, let's say, during the time that it's landed for the first time, you can just continue tracking this vessel and capture it when it lands for the second time. Okay. This vessel is equipped with an examination room for performing experiments and surgery on human subjects. The victims are subjected to the foulest tortures, and the brain is often removed and stored for processing en route. So the examination room would be here, but you can't get it. Battleship. The battleship is the most aggressive ship the aliens possess. It features all the alien technologies and systems to act as a base of operations for any form of aggressive act the aliens may want to perform. It carries a wide array of weapons. However, it still is outranged by the sonic oscillator, so no threat at all. These guys are the ones who go on terror missions as well, which cause the terror missions. The Dreadnought is and the battleship is a large UFO. The Dreadnought is the very large UFO. The Dreadnought is a super troop carrier fully equipped with the all alien technologies and a vast payload. The Dreadnought is a tough and formidable opponent. As you can see, it has a range of 480, which is more than the sonic oscillator, I believe, and this guy can really hurt if you don't attack with multiple craft at once. And the last but not least is the Fleet Supply Cruiser, which is also a large UFO type. The supply vessel is used during the construction of alien colonies or for supplying existing colonies. It carries alien nutrients, DNA, fetuses and other biological components. And that's about it. Yeah, we are back to the Triton. So that's all you can research in this game, all nicely written in compact form in UFOpedia. I think now it's time to save because we are already 30 minutes into the recording, and when we come back we'll go on the final mission. Till then, bye bye.